Hi all, thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to do a short video about the difference of comfort zone versus growth zone. I think we're all familiar with the sense of get out of your comfort zone. You need to get out of your comfort zone in order to achieve something, in order to get results. You need to step out of your comfort zone. So for us introverts or highly sensitive people, this is often not as easy, and that kind of sentence and push is not helping either. So when we look at the usual kind of principle of comfort zone, which looks lovely and cozy, where we can just be who we are, the next zone is called fear zone in a bright red here. And fear is not a great emotion that anyone wants to voluntarily get into. After that, we have the learning zone, and if that is successful, we are going into the growth zone and we will see results. And most of the time, this is only be seen as a one-way street. Out of comfort, into fear, into learning, into growth, and then potentially starting again with the fear zone. No comfort zone to kind of get back into, recharge, reset, which many of introverts, highly sensitive people, etc., do require. So, in my opinion, I'm changing that system a little bit and I'm going with much nicer color, warmer colors, and that comfort zone I'm calling being me happily on my own zone. That is the zone where I can just be me. I don't have to worry about anything, what anyone thinks about me. I don't even have to think about anyone else. I'm just being me. I can recharge, I can reset, I can be happy, I can be sad. Whatever it needs for me to feel just normal again. And after that, instead of calling it fear zone, I'm calling it the exploration zone, which is a very similar color to my comfort zone, but slightly different and slightly bigger. And calling it exploration zone, I'm much more tempted to have a look, step out a bit, explore it, see if it's any good to me. But when I'm ready, when I'm finished, and when I have no energy left, I can happily go back into my being me happily on my own zone, where I recharge until I'm ready to step out again into the exploration zone and even further into the learning zone. And so on, and I go back and forth, whatever way it is best for me. And eventually we'll get to the growth zone, where hopefully indeed we will see results, or we're just happy to have learned something, experienced something, and feel that whatever the result, negative or positive, it's going to bring us further. Because after the growth zone, there will be another exploration zone. There will be another learning zone and another growth zone. And so on. It will repeat and repeat. But the nice thing in this model is that you can go back and forth at all times. Because we all need to go back and recharge and reset and feel safe in our very special zone. And having that feeling of safety and comfort will make us much more willing to go and explore and to learn and to add to our growth and our development. So I prefer this kind of model much more. But you might say, maybe this is a model that will work as well. Have the comfort zone right in the middle, or the happily being on my own, or the recharging zone, whatever you might call it. And the exploration zone is just all around us. We can step out into each direction. back and going into the exploration zone or all the way into the growth zone and back. Or even better, what about this model? Back to the being happily on my own, exploration zone, learning zone, growth zone, and then repeat. But within those new zones, we also have small, being happily on my own zones. Like little hubs that you can just kind of retreat to while you're in your learning zone. But you know it's there. You don't have to go all the way back to your comfort zone, to your being me happily on my own zone, because there you're probably going to stay for a little while. Take your time until you're ready again. But sometimes we don't have that option. So finding ways of creating smaller comfort zones within the learning zone or growth zone is going to help us to recharge. May it only be for a couple of minutes, whatever, may it be a breathing exercise, may it be a quick walk out on the fresh air, whatever it may be, but that is important to build those small recharging zones, and we know how quickly to get there. And then we're ready to go back out and learn and grow and explore. And maybe at the end of the day, maybe at the end of a project, we'll go back to our being happily on my own zone and take our time to recharge, to re-energize, and to feel we're ready to take on the next big project. So let me know what you think. Maybe you have very different zones, maybe you have different titles for each zone, or maybe you operate very differently. Especially if you're an introvert or highly sensitive people, I'd like to hear. So please let me know in the comments. Take care. Bye.